What do you think are the best-selling video games of all time? Today, we're diving into the 20 biggest hits in the industry, and by the end of this video, you'll probably pick up some fun facts to chat about with your friends. Super Smash Bros. Let's kick things off with Super Smash Bros., a cultural staple for every Nintendo fan. Link, Samus, Pikachu, Mario, your favorite Animal Crossing character. It's a wild mix that has sold over 32 million copies with its latest release. Impressive, right? And it gets even better when you realize that this single game nearly outsold all previous Smash Bros. Titles combined. A true blockbuster in the fighting game genre. Wii Sports Resort. We'll talk more about Wii Sports and the massive sales phenomenon it created later, but another title that shows just how hot Nintendo's sports craze was is Wii Sports Resort. This follow-up to the original Wii Sports sold 33 million copies. Yes, 33 million. And it didn't even reinvent the wheel, just expanded on what the first game did. Mario Kart Wii. How many of you have had quick races in Mario Kart Wii? Probably quite a few, right? Some of you might have tried it with that quirky steering wheel accessory Nintendo sold, while others stuck with the classic controller. Mario Kart Wii came out hot on the heels of the DS version's success and went on to sell an eye-popping 37 million copies. But if that number surprises you, buckle up because there are even bigger twists and turns ahead in this video. Human Fall Flat. Who would have expected a puzzle game with physics-based challenges to make it onto a list of the best-selling video games ever? But here we are, with Human Fall Flat selling a whopping 40 million copies. This quirky title, which debuted in 2016, has conquered every platform it's been on. Maybe its weird charm is what resonated with players, or the fact that you can play it with up to 8 friends. Whatever the reason, it's a prime example of how a passionate gaming community can turn their favorite game into one of the best-selling titles of all time. Pac-Man. We couldn't leave out the classic Pac-Man from this list. With over 42 million copies sold, this iconic game has been capturing our hearts since its release way back in 1980. And while Pac-Man might not be the absolute bestseller of all time, it does hold the title of the most successful arcade game ever, even surpassing the legendary Space Invaders. Animal Crossing New Horizons. How could Animal Crossing New Horizons not be one of the biggest hits in gaming? Especially considering that Tom Nook is practically a capitalist mastermind. There are even rumors that he's brokered billion-dollar deals with Bezos and Musk. Since its release during the not-so-distant pandemic, New Horizons has sold over 43 million copies. Wii Fit. Who needs a personal trainer when you've got Wii Fit at home? Few games have made such a quick impact as this one, with its goal of promoting good fitness habits. It was hugely educational for its generation, and while Ring Fit Adventure on the Switch is trying to replicate that success, it's still far from Wii Fit's more than 43 million copies sold. Terraria. Nothing is impossible in Terraria, one of the most beloved sandbox games among the gaming community, which has sold an impressive 44.5 million copies since its 2011 release. Many consider it the 2D sibling of Minecraft, and maybe that's part of what's fueled its monumental success. But few games balance progression and learning curves as well as this addictive indie title does. Pokémon Red, Blue, Green, and Yellow. The first generation of Pokémon, yes, the one that introduced us to the original 151 creatures from Kanto, remains the biggest hit in the franchise's history since its debut in 1996. If you combine sales of Pokémon Red, Blue, Green, and Yellow, you get a staggering 47.5 million units sold. For context, that's more than the entire population of Spain, which is about 47.4 million people. So yeah, you could say Pokémon is bigger than Spain. Overwatch. Even though Overwatch may have had its ups and downs recently, there's no denying it took the gaming world by storm with incredible speed. With 50 million copies sold, this multiplayer juggernaut won the Game of the Year award at the Game Awards in 2016. Maybe it was the diverse roster of 32 heroes and heroines divided into 3 distinct groups that made this game so addictive. Let us know what you think in the comments. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Moving from one Game of the Year to another, it seems like the Game Awards have a knack for highlighting games that become massive hits. Since 2015, we've been enjoying CD Projekt Red's masterpiece, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which has sold over 50 million copies. It's fast. This epic journey of Geralt of Rivia has become a household name. Will the sequel be just as successful? Only time will tell. Red Dead Redemption 2. While GTA might be Rockstar's commercial juggernaut, we shouldn't underestimate the enormous success that Red Dead Redemption 2 has achieved. It's a must-play game.
Get the hell out!
And I've even highlighted some of its most interesting details on my channel. Ambitious like few others, this game has sold over 65 million copies, a figure worthy of the best Arthur Morgan. Super Mario Bros. Since 1985, Mario has been crushing it on every platform he touches. If that pun hurt, blame Bowser. The iconic plumber has sold 58 million copies since his debut on the NES, across various adaptations on different consoles. That's no small feat, but surprisingly, it's not his biggest success. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls series has always been well known, but it wasn't until the release of Skyrim that the franchise reached an unprecedented level of popularity. To put it into perspective, before this monumental 5th entry, the series' biggest success was Oblivion, which sold nearly 10 million copies. Then Skyrim arrived, and suddenly we're talking about over 60 million copies. Incredible. Mario Kart 8. Earlier I mentioned that Mario's biggest success wasn't Super Mario Bros. As strange as that may sound, it's actually a game that originally came out on the Wii U. Mario Kart 8 initially sold 8.5 million copies, a respectable number, but still lagging behind the Wii, DS, 3DS. And even the N64 versions, but when it made the jump to the Nintendo Switch, Mario strapped in and sold over 57 million copies. Combine Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with its Wii U version, and you've got a game that has surpassed 65 million copies, making it the biggest success in the racing genre. Wii Sports? It's impossible not to mention Wii Sports. I bet that even your grandparents have played this game, or at least heard of it. Wii Sports is Nintendo's biggest commercial success, with over 83 million copies sold. It helped that the game was often bundled with the Wii, and many family disputes were settled with a good old game of tennis. GTA 5. GTA 5, you've seen it everywhere. No matter where you look, there's a GTA waiting to pop up, even in your home and on your favorite gaming platform. This game has been out for a decade and has sold around 200 million copies across all its versions. Remember those good old days of coming home, turning on your console, and losing yourself in the streets of Los Santos? Will GTA 6 live up to the hype? We'll see. Minecraft. At this point, we can say without hesitation what Minecraft has achieved is nothing short of amazing. Over 300 million copies sold and counting. But that's not all. There are also toys, YouTube series, and other spin-off adventures beyond the genre that gave birth to this massive phenomenon. Years have passed, and Mojang's game is as vibrant as ever. Tetris. From that to this, nearly 40 years have gone by, and in that time, Tetris has sold over 500 million games worldwide. Yes, you heard that right, over 500 million, it's mind-blowing. But who can resist Alexei Pajitnov's brilliant game? Whether on handheld devices, home consoles, mobile phones, or even in virtual reality, Tetris is eternal. You play it, your parents play it, and future generations will undoubtedly continue to play it. A true treasure in the world of video games. Well, that was all for this video. Let me know if you have played all the games I mentioned in this list. If not, what are you waiting for? If you have, don't hesitate to share your favorite among these massive hits in the comments. I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.